Hey guys, it's time for another sci-fi review. This time I am reviewing the sci-fi original series, The Expanse, the series premiere of The Expanse titled Dulcinea. If you haven't seen the episode yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later because everything I say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Okay, Anna's at work tonight, so it's going to be just me reviewing this one, but she'll be back for the next episode, so let's get started. First things first, The Expanse is visually stunning in the darkness and the grime and the lived-in feel of the universe in which we've been placed. And it seems like they're taking some inspirations from other science fiction properties. Like I see some elements from Blade Runner in there, and maybe even Battlestar Galactica, the rebooted series, which as a science fiction fan, I really appreciate. Of course, this episode was the series premiere, so there is a whole lot of world building going on, and it seems like the learning curve is going to be pretty steep because there's a lot of stuff going on in this world. We have basically three factions. There's Earth, which would be like the elites. There's Mars, which would be like one step down, I guess. And then there's the Belt. And there's basically this kind of Cold War going on between these three factions, and that Cold War is about to turn hot. And that in itself would have been I think, enough to do a series like this. But we get to dig down, deeper, and we get Detective Miller, played by Thomas Jane. And at first, I really did not like Detective Miller. But then, as we spent more and more time with him, because he starts out, he's corrupt, he's kind of a jerk, and I'm just like, I kind of don't like that guy. But as soon as he pitched that slumlord guy who wasn't, replacing and cleaning the air cleaners, the filters, as soon as he pitched that guy down there and he started, decompressing the chamber, I was like, okay, I like this guy. I'm on board with Detective Miller, and it seems like, maybe he's definitely corrupt. He's taking bribes and he's beating up suspects and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, he's not a terrible person, and I can get behind this character. I'm excited to see where they go. And Detective Miller, he's been assigned to locate this missing woman who she was the woman from the very, very first scene. Her name was Juliet Mao, I think her name was. And we get her in the first scene, and after that we don't know. There's like this monster or something on the ship that she's on, and that's all we get. And she is missing, and Detective Miller is tasked with finding her. And then from there, we get on a mining ship called the Canterbury, and we get to spend some time with the XO and his girlfriend, and we get a little elements of the rest of the crew, but those are the two characters who we spend the most time with. And yeah, I did not see that twist coming when the stealth ship came and they fired and they nuked the Canterbury. I did not see that coming. I thought, we were going to spend a lot of time on this ship, which is a pretty big ship, so it felt, like a big enough set to where we could spend a few episodes there. So the fact that they eliminated that setting, and now Holden, who was the acting XO, he's basically stuck on this shuttle with the people he had taken to answer the distress call. So now I'm really interested to see where that story goes, because he's out for blood now, and they think Mars are the ones who orchestrated this trap, because they say they're the only ones who would have that kind of stealth technology. So it seems like that Cold War is starting to heat up, and maybe this is the first shots fired in the hot war. We spend a very brief scene on Earth, and I don't think we really got enough information to see what's going on there. We see the female character torturing a belter, and I think probably next episode we're going to spend more time on Earth and get more insight into what's going on there. But I think what I'm most excited for the next episode is actually Detective Miller and his investigation into this missing woman, and just getting to know more about him, because, again, I think they're taking a lot of inspiration from Blade Runner, from Harrison Ford's character Deckard, from Blade Runner. I see a lot of him in Detective Miller. And of course, The Expanse is based on a series of novels, which I may have to check out now, because it was a really good episode, really kind of meaty science fiction. This is not a space opera. The Expanse is totally not a space opera. This is very meaty, hard science fiction. And so, like I said at the beginning of the video, I do think it's going to be a pretty steep learning curve just to become fully familiar with the world. There's still a whole lot of world building to go, I think. They didn't fit all of that into the first episode, and it would have been a mistake to even try, because I don't think they would have gotten any story in. But that said, there was a lot of world building, and it was really interesting world building. The problem with a lot of science fiction, no matter whether you're talking television or print or film, is they spend so much time building the world they neglect the story. But in The Expanse, at least in the premiere, what we've seen so far, I think they've done a really good job striking that balance. And they've given us the story, they've started introducing us to the world, and now we get to spend some extensive time in this world. And I think that the longer we spend in it and the more familiar we get with it, then the more story we get. I think The Expanse is going to be an absolutely fantastic series, and I am super excited for it. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I would really like to know what you guys thought of The Expanse. Let me know down in the comments and let's talk about it. If there was something I missed, something you think I should have talked about that I didn't, or something I got wrong, again, let me know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know by clicking that like button and subscribe for more reviews. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.